we are going to be talking about bad advice. It's a very funny topic, and we have some funny answers here from our community.
But wait,
But
AY, before the community,
yeah,
like maybe one of us should also share the bad advice we've
no, no,
gotten.
no. One of us is definitely going to share like I want Joseph to actually share like a bad advice that actually affected him later on, like an advice that, that he went back to sit down and
Right.
say, "Who sent me?"
Uh, it's a very interesting topic, man. Because like when you're receiving bad advice, there's a possibility the person giving you bad advice for them, they don't think it's bad advice, they think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that one is more dangerous than the one that the person is actually meaning like has like ill meaning to it.
Motive. Yeah.
I think the bad advice I've received is go through school, get your college degree, get a job, get married, have kids, save little over time. As long as you have this is a sentence word by word. As long as you have milk tea, bread, and butter in the morning, you're good. And you can eat meat, on lunch, on meals, and all that. You have a car outside. What else do you want from life?
but this is someone's reality.
Yes, this is someone's reality, and the person who's giving me that advice was convincing me not to be overly ambitious because being ambitious
Yeah,
was hurting me. I was getting confused. I was getting depressed because life wasn't turning out the way I want, despite having A's and in math. This guy, you loved math. You have to get A in math. I used to get A in math and all those things, and life was still turning out to be like turning out not the way I thought. So the person
yeah.
was like, no, like forget about all that stuff. You don't need all of that stuff. You don't need to achieve all those things. All you need is finish college, get a job, get married, have kids, have like milk tea and bread with butter in the morning and meat. And
I
that's
think the
it.
person was just trying to make you happy.
Yes,
The
yes.
person was trying to say life is not supposed to be this hard. Just calm down.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So, and by the way, I believed it. At that time, I didn't have milk tea and that. So I was like, you know what? This guy has a point. This guy has a point. There's a nice life. There's a car parked outside. Wife has a car. This is it. Kids are going in like private school. So this is good. Every time I wanted to like fake it and think that I could accept it, this thing would creep up. This emptiness and void of like, wait, is this it? You just became this. So anyway, so that was bad advice for me. And had I followed it, I would have regretted like the decisions for like the rest of my life. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because you were able to transcend above that advice
Yes,
that was
yes,
given to you. Because as I said, these are some people's reality and they are content with what they have. So,
yes,
but for you, that was bad advice.
yes,
Alex, what
exactly.
was your yeah?
Something similar to that,
Alex,
like very, 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 very similar. Something very similar to what you said. It was like just go to school, read your book, pass your exams, get a good job, and like it's okay, you're good. Man,
Yeah,
not until I finished school, like actually dawned on me like that's
yeah.
enough. Try
That's what
other
they,
things. And I
yeah.
think as I got to grow up, I got to understand that the person thought that way because back then during their time, it
Yeah.
was all good. Like whether you
Yes.
graduate with pass or anything,
Yeah.
like once you're done with school, the government provides something for you. There's a job. If you have
Yeah.
extremely good grades, you even have a car. You get what I mean? Like it
The
was
government
easier for
has
them.
this. Exactly. Exactly.
Like it
Exactly.
was so cool. So they still had that kind of mentality, like don't worry when you finish. Not until I
Yeah.
finished school. And it dawned on me like if you stay where you are, bro, you're gonna be hungry. I'm like, nah. And I'm happy that I took the initiative to actually understand and know that okay, it was a bad advice for my time.
Mm.
For the
Mm.
person's time, it might have been the best advice for them. For
yeah,
my time, it was a
Yeah.
good advice. You get what I mean? And to pick up the initiative and go to the trenches, like
Yeah.
For if not, someone can be beat you. Like, go and get something, and it made time for me. So
Yeah.
something
And
very similar.
yeah, and 100%. The thing of like for my time, for their time, and so on is very important because like at least it's same thing with like person who gave me that advice. In their time, if you finished secondary school, you get a job. Like this
Yes.
guaranteed. You finish you like there were plenty of jobs that like as long as you went to school, you're guaranteed a job. You know, if you went to college, you're going to get a car eventually, like sooner than later, you're going to get a small house, but it's a government house, free of charge. You know, like life was extremely certain, so you could control like the outcome. If you do this and this, you get this. In our time,
Yeah.
you get what it is you want, and there's nothing.
Like not like there's nothing.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. And okay, I think my own bad advice. I know everybody will feel like, oh, Ayo, you are stupid. You know when you and your friends like you exam is coming and you see everybody sitting down and they are just playing and you're like, I'm going to read, and the person will be like, oh my god, I've not read one thing. One thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know that students give that advice a lot? I've not read today. Meanwhile, the person has been reading overnight, and you know,
Yes, yes, yes. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, like I haven't read. I'm actually late, and then the exam results come out. The person has like
and the
90.
person is passing, and you're like, what is going on?
Like
And you would think
what
the
did you
person
do?
has retentive memory. It's a lie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's happened to me once, and the next thing, I actually went to find out when the person read, and the person will wake up in the middle of the night, and she will carry her book to like somewhere very very secluded from, like, she does not even want to wake people up that she's sleeping, because I was in a boarding house. She will go to the class in the dead of the night, and she will read her book, and she'll come back, and I was like, so this is what this girl is doing, and she's telling everybody that she,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hiding. That's
they're just
interesting.
hiding. Yeah,
We still
but
tactics in school. I remember those tactics.
yes, exactly. That's actually a very bad advice. That's why your parents now will tell you, like parents that are like growing up, they'll, after they've had that, will tell you, don't mind anybody that says they don't read. They are reading.
Read your book, oh.
Read your
Exactly.
book. Read your book. But let's get into the community. There are some very interesting bad advices that we are getting here. And we will laugh, but we'll still give like good advice to counter this bad advice, because we should be able to help them. All right. So someone, Balogun says, a friend of mine introduced me to a Ponzi scheme and it went totally wrong. I don't know what is wrong with people and Ponzi schemes. I had
Yeah.
those when I was in school. I remember MMM. Alex, remember MMM? My dad called me and he was like, "Ayo, don't join that Ponzi scheme. Don't do that. Don't do that." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I will join." Only for him to grow old, and he called me and he was telling me about something that was smelling like a Ponzi scheme, and I'm like, "That's
Yeah, yeah,
you know that this is a point." He was like, no, no, no. He was arguing with me. I said, Daddy, we are not doing it. Only for
yeah.
him to call me 3 weeks later and say, guess what? They ran
It was a
away with their money. I said, can you see?
Yeah, like
Can you
people are
see?
enticed with the idea of making like a whole lot of money in the shortest period of time possible, which
Yeah.
you don't do that through things like Ponzi schemes. Like it just doesn't work. It's romantic, but it doesn't work. You lose your money, and anything that like there's like a rate of return that's too high for you to
Yeah.
believe that it's, you know what I'm saying? And it's like some guy, it's the same thing I get like Forex. People are, oh, can do Forex trading, make a lot of money. I'm like, nah, doesn't work. So yeah, a lot of people should just stick to providing a service, getting a job, selling products, like the usual things that
Yes.
can generate. There's no better machine at generating early income than providing service includes providing service as an employee or providing service as a business, right?
The business,
So that's
yes. Yeah. And you hear people say things like high risk, high reward. Please don't do that.
mm,
Like, Don't
Exactly.
always
Yeah.
run to say, "Oh, I want to do high risk, high reward kind of things." It would definitely backfire.
You can do high risk, high reward things like starting a business.
Yes,
That's
yes,
high
of
risk, high
course, of
reward.
course. Yes, that's high risk.
It's it's in your control. You have more elements that you're controlling. It's not guesswork. It's not a lottery, right? So that's good high risk, high reward. You can get into sports if you want and try to to be in the national team or things like that to get paid and whatever.
And you break your leg.
Exactly, it's a risk. But lottery, these things, Ponzi schemes, forex trading, I'm like, oh Lord, forex trading. And now you have
Yeah,
ChatGPT, you have Ella. Go ask Ella, and
Yeah.
you find
exactly.
out
Yeah. You find
things you
out
can.
what you should be
I'm just
doing.
curious. I'm just curious. Is forex trading actually? There are people who actually do it that actually make a lot of money. I don't know.
That's like you saying, are people who make money within music? Yes, but how many people make money in music over the total population of people who make music? It's like 0 point whatever percent, right?
Yeah.
So people who are successful in forex trading doesn't mean forex trading is going to work for you because
Okay.
they are at the numbers. It's like wanting, to sign into Real Madrid or whatever, like in a big soccer team. Like how many people actually getting there versus the total population of people who play football? The numbers are not on your side,
Side.
but you
Okay.
need to look where the chances of success are relatively forgiving, like they're bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And like if you do general trading in overall, you're trading against computers. The big hedge funds, the big guys who do serious trading and make billions, they use AI to trade. And you, with your small car AI at home that you found online for a subscription, and you think you're going to make $1 million. If someone could, if someone has a product that claims it can make you $1 million in a month, and they're charging you $10, you should run. Yeah, some of these things you can just look at it and analyze. So anyway, yeah, that's my take on that.
Okay. I agree. Okay. AY.
Yeah. Sorry. The internet here has just been tripping off. Bad advice. Anyway, the worst advice I took was follow my passion without considering practicality. I ended up pursuing something I loved as a hobby, which didn't pay the bills, causing a lot of financial stress. This is from Jessica. So I think you will hear people say you will enjoy if you do what you love. But what they don't talk about is the business side of things, because it's not just enjoying what you love. You have to also invest in what you love. If you like to dance, for example, and okay, you want to dance, how do you put yourself out there saying, "Oh, I like to dance"? How can people see me dance and hire me to dance? So you have to go into content creation. You have to think about how to edit videos. You have to. So I think, Jessica, I'm so sorry. You have to think of how to invest in that your hobby so that it can pay your bills.
Uh,
What's your
for my own advice, I guess I got this advice from a podcast. Follow the money, leave your hobby first. When you make money, go back to your hobby. Please, you need to survive.
Sure, yeah.
Go and do, in short, go and do what will give you money. And at the moment, what will give you money might not be fun for you, Jessica. So it is
Yeah.
important you go make that money. If it means you walking down the whole street of anywhere you live in, or doing one kind of business that you don't like, yes, it might mess up with your peace of mind. Sorry to say, but please,
Hmm.
do
Yeah.
it for a while. Once you've made the money, that your hobby, you go back to see Joseph here. Joseph is a musician. He sings, he has
Yeah.
an album. Why did he focus on doing music? So leave your hobby. You will
Yeah.
come back to your hobby when you've made money somewhere else. Come back to your
Yeah.
hobby, and everything will make sense. Then you will enjoy your hobby. My advice:
And you
leave the
Mm-hmm.
hobby.
and I agree with that. And you can if you're stubborn, right? So I am stubborn. If you're stubborn, you can have a formula. You need if you're stubborn, you need to have a good way of you know getting to a good compromise using formulas, which is of the things that you enjoy doing, that of the things that you're passionate about. There are many, not one. Which one are you highly skilled at, like you're actually skilled at it, like you're actually like in the top 10% or higher. And then which one are people like paying you for? Like you're actually skilled at it, and people are paying, like the market, people are like the market are paying, you're getting rewarded by the market for having that skill. So, for instance, you could be highly, for instance, I love history, right?
Yeah.
In school, I used to have A's in all subjects, right? All of everything. And I love like a lot of subjects, so I like abstract stuff. But which subject is more valuable that the skill, people are going to pay more for the skills? Math, right? And if you love history, you're going to get better rewards. There's a bigger market for math than history.
That
So you
is
need to
true.
focus on math. And
Yeah.
is math one of the things like yes? So if you like biology, math, and history, you look at it, you say, I like history. Let's say history is your number one. I like history, but I'm not gonna get a job per se. Maybe if I get into law, I'm not very good at arguing. I'm not very good at this, so my skills are not strong. Blah blah blah. Okay. Then you have biology, but you love biology, but maybe going through medical school is very difficult. You love biology, but maybe you're not the best. You're not like top 1%, 5%, 10% at biology, but you love it and you're pretty good. And then you love math, but you're top 5% in math, and there are many jobs and opportunities for things related to math, like accounting, economics, engineering, you name it. So therefore, math will win. So you go through that. So like if you're picking things to study in college, you should pick those things that way. Like the balance between what you like and what's easiest for you. And people think I like it. I like it. It's not about you liking it. Does it like you back? Like it is like
I like that. Does he like you?
like the thing that you're passionate about, does it love you back? Like that's the thing. Like same thing in the relationship. So if you're like, oh, I love psychology. Well, if you've had bad relationships, you can't figure out your relationship with your parents, your siblings are fighting all the time, you're not very good at psychology because you can't even help in your own life. Your
Even in
own
your
life is
own
going,
life, yeah.
Yeah.
at psychology. So like if you ask psychology, well, can you diagnose someone accurately all the time without enough information? No. So you're not super talented at it. So very sorry. Like I love music, right? I'm extremely passionate about music. Like music is like, oh my love. But can I dance? No, I can't dance for anything. Can I
You can't
can
even
I
promote your
sing?
songs. You
I
can't
can't
promote
promote
your
my
songs.
exactly. I can't be creative. And I lack the intrinsic skills that musicians have, which are musicians are like egocentric. They want me,
Yeah.
look at me, look at me. I don't want it. That's like
Mm.
against what I want. So you have those things. Like, can you dance? Do you want to sing? Like, do you want to sing for hours and hours on end? No, I don't want that. So therefore, yes, you like it, but this shouldn't be the way you generate your life. Like now, I liked math, and then I found data, which I love very much, and I am very good at it, and I got a lot of jobs, a lot of pay because of it. So therefore, I built a business around it, and people responded and loved it. So that's the thing I spent more time in, and those are things we love each other. So data loves me, I love data. So beautiful, relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the other
Yeah.
things you do side, once, as Alex said, once the first, like this is like your main love, once that you're grown with that thing, then you can pick up these other passions on the side.
Yes. True. True. True.
Yeah.
Well, me, I was thinking that since she's already doing her hobby,
Which
she
hobby?
should just
Leave
sit
that
down.
hobby alone. Hobby will not.
What are the hobby? What are the hobbies? Like, what are the hobbies? Let's look at
She
them.
didn't say. She
But
didn't say. Jessica didn't give us the hobbies. I can't
okay.
necessarily. I can't say. Okay, so Mohammed is saying one the bad advice he got was always listen to your elders.
No, they can have coconut head. They can be very, very wrong.
You guys wanna go? You guys wanna go? I have a lot of beef with listening to elders, but
No,
yeah.
I don't have anything to say, but those guys, a very good number of them, I don't agree with them. No way.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That their mentality was for their time. It should remain there.
Exactly.
Don't bring it
Exactly.
here now. No way, I ain't doing that shit. Nah.
Ayo.
Yes. All right. So my
I think for
girlfriend.
elders, right?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
love
okay,
listening.
okay. Yeah.
I love it's like I actually love listening to elders because it's like for me it's if you talk to elders and they like talking about things like like helping imparting advice and that because I used to do that as a kid and I've done that for years, I can discern things that are relevant to me and things that are not. And for me, listening to others is good because you hear patterns. Like,
Mm.
if you talk to your parents or the uncles or the grandparents or whatever, they tell you stories about so many people, and then you draw patterns.
Yeah.
So this person did this, and this happened. This person did it. Oh, this person was about to retire and they did this, and this happened. This person gave money to this. This person took these kids from his brother. And this, so you're hearing all those stories, and to me, I'm actually living like their lives through their stories, and
Yeah.
that gets me to see patterns. So when things happen in my life, I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. I heard it.
She had it.
It's not
Yeah.
going.
You're able to recognize it. Yeah, that's true.
I don't absorb the advice of therefore do this. Like these are the stories and therefore do this. No, 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 no. I'm like, I will form my opinion on what to
Yeah.
do based
Yeah.
on your stories, but but I'm not going to do exactly what you say. But I will listen to what you're saying. So for instance, my dad has a lot of like advice on dating and there are a lot of things, like very old school advice. Now you think for me as old school, that already cut him, but I was listening, I'm like, oh, some of the mistakes that we're doing in the current age is because we don't have the luxury of a giant repository of information that these older guys have. And older guys,
Yeah.
older guys have these biases and prejudice. And you think, oh, these guys are biased because they're older. No, bias is created from like pattern recognition. So you start realizing, that's why they're biased like this. So you kind of I use it to like edit the way I filter and make opinions.
Yeah.
But I don't follow the advice like word to word because that's their time. It worked in those times.
It can't
This
work
time is
now.
different.
Very difficult.
Person, fate.
For example, see what Priska is saying. Back to listening to your elders. My parents advised me to be good to anyone around me, and that's really messed me up. So
They
yeah,
are
so
gonna take advantage of you, lady. I
they'll
know.
take advantage of you.
Yes. And yeah,
Exactly.
that's bad advice. So like,
That's bad advice. Yeah.
you need to form your own opinion.
Break bottle on the person and nothing will happen.
Alex, why are you a dog?
To be precise, break Coke bottle. It's very strong.
Coke,
Yeah, break cook bottle. What's that? What's that? Wait, what's that?
No, no,
Coke like Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, we know it's very
Coca-Cola
Oh,
strong.
bottle.
It's stronger than
yeah.
normal. Put on there.
Oh
Oh
man, you are
God.
funny. You are funny. Yeah, go ahead. What's
Okay,
next?
so Serica is saying I invest in a business. This is the bad advice she got. Invest in a business without researching the market. I once invested in a business idea without thoroughly understanding the market's demand or competition, and it ended up failing, and I lost a significant amount of money. Now, this person did not follow her bill. The person went to.
I think the mistake there she got was not even the business. It was, yes, apart from even doing your research, for something like this, sometimes you need a certain degree of mentorship. Kind of.
Yes, yes,
Somebody
yes.
who has either done the business or doing the
Yeah,
business. You get,
yeah,
there are so many things they will tell you that when you decide to go into that business, you will choose not to make the mistake they have made. Instead, you will make a different
Yes,
mistake that is only you that have made.
yes,
yes,
You get,
yes,
so
yes,
if you just wake up and decide to just, I want to go start a business, no problem. Speak to people who have done the business, people who are actually
yeah,
doing the business, and they will tell you, oh, when you're doing this thing, avoid this or do that. At least they will tell you some of their own experiences. Then you take other information and now apply it. So to make sure that even if
yeah,
you're making a mistake, it's a totally different mistake. Like
yeah.
you don't make the same mistake that somebody has already made. Like it doesn't make sense. You get. So
And
next
if
time,
you're if
ask
you're
questions.
yeah, and if you're investing in another business, I mean, that's why there are rules on like in the US, you have rules on like people who are qualified investors. if you don't have, I think, a net worth of $2 million and $200,000 cash,
Yeah.
one, one or the other or both, whatever, I don't know the rules, you're not allowed to, like, you're not like a accredited investor. The reason they
Yeah.
say that is because you're not supposed to put your life savings or like bet big on some friend's business or whatever it is. And for people investing in their friends' businesses and supporting their siblings and all those things, right? Instead of doing weddings and all these other random things that people do. But but you need to do research. Come on, there's Google. Now we have like Ella, go on Ella, download the app, go on Ella and research the business, understand the market, and have some sort of sense on, what's your estimate. And this amount, if I lose it, if this business goes upside down, I'm
Yeah.
not crying. I'm not like, oh, I'm crying, I made a loss. No, this is like, if I lose it, fine,
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
So Sanya is saying the bad advice she got was to choose the wrong career on someone's advice.
Oh, that's big.
And she and she did not do anything else in her life with that career that she read or that she followed through. And now her family thinks she's useless. She said her
Wow.
education is just like trash. But why
Oh,
is she focusing on what she read in school? She can always learn new skills and pivot.
What's
exactly.
her name? Sonia.
Sanya, yeah, Sanya.
Sonia.
I think she
If you're
I think
listening
she's
to this,
Indian.
if you're listening to this, I think first of all you need a mentor. You need to speak to somebody.
Yes.
First, I have my reason. You need to speak to somebody, and I think you need to change your mindset about education and career. If you're in Nigeria, I want to use Nigeria for example, you will know what you study is not what you will
What
do.
you studied in school is not what you would do.
You get what you study is not what you will do. You get what I mean? So you need to be open. Like you need to have an open mindset and a good mindset to know that not because you've spent maybe 6 years going to school to study one career that now you feel useless. Hey, you can learn something in 6 months and within the next 4 months, like you're gonna be so good at it. Like, first of all hopes are not lost. Nah.
Yeah,
Get
it's not
somebody to
lost.
speak with. I would recommend speak to Joseph, reach out to him.
Speak to Ella. Ella, I guess.
Okay, wait. No, after speaking to Hella, yeah, definitely yes. After speaking to Ella, still reach to Joseph. I know why, because sometimes the human connection is kind of, you just need
Yes,
someone to tell you, okay, it has happened, but all hopes are not lost. What do you think you can do? What do you think you can learn? The different things you
yes.
can do, and hey, lady.
Yeah. And the big thing on top of what Alex is saying is you do civil engineering. People get advice on studying civil engineering. Civil engineering, in my opinion, is the giant waste of time. You have to be in a country that's investing in infrastructure development for you to
Yeah.
go with civil
Civil
engineering.
engineer. Yeah.
That's if you're in a country that just eats all the money for infrastructure and there's nothing going on, and they're giving jobs to foreign countries to build infrastructure, and you're studying civil engineering.
Mhm.
So let's say you do civil engineering in school. This mistake is studying something based on what someone else says.
Yeah.
Your job, brain is too superior. You're supposed to take in all the opinions and then form an opinion of your own, right?
Of
Based on
your
what
own,
every.
yeah.
But let's say you made that mistake, did civil engineering. Great. Doing civil engineering doesn't mean you become a civil engineer. You find a civil
Mhm.
engineering job. The reason people don't have jobs in most countries is because people are looking for jobs related to what they studied. As Alex was saying, you did civil engineering, you should look for content creating. You should look for, like, I don't know, like events, promotion,
Yeah.
for anything, because the purpose of university or higher education or total education in general is just to help your mind have certain disciplines, structure things, use frameworks, ways of breaking down the problem. The reason we do math, people ask us, you know, you do quadratic equations and all that nonsense in school. Where do we apply it in life? Well, do you remember how you solve a quadratic equation back then? You remember that sequence of proving the quadratic equation? You have like a triangle. You have like
Yes,
A,
yes,
B.
yes.
Then you start going.
ABC. Yes.
That purpose of that is helping your brain learn to break things down, like
Down.
from bit abstract to now having a clean formula and then applying the formula to solve a problem. That's the purpose of it. It's just brain training. So when you get out of school, you should look for any job, and you should be able to do any job,
Yeah.
except things that are sophisticated, like being a doctor or whatever thing.
Doctor, lawyer, yeah.
No, being a lawyer is not sophisticated. No, being a lawyer is just like you read the law, you read the
Read
constitution,
it. Yes.
all
Yeah,
the
that's true.
all the hearings and trials and how they went and the verdicts, and now you can be a lawyer. You just have to be good. You have to have good memory and so on. Now, not sophisticated. The market assigns licenses to block people from accessing those fields because they don't want those fields to be saturated. But guess what? If you don't have a legal license, you can actually help people in other things, business decisions, that. A bunch of other things that you don't require to have a legal license and so on. Anyway, what I'm saying is what you do in life to make an income and so on has absolutely nothing, and it's not related at all to what
What
you
you read
study.
in school. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Joseph too. For example, Joseph, what did you read in school?
I did business in undergrad. I did business, just business.
Oh, okay, so you are doing business. Alex, what did you read in school?
I studied
No,
accounting. I like money.
no, no. Business in school. I was always, from school, before school, I was going through undergrad and
Oh, yeah,
after.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Data systems, and I didn't study data science or computer science or anything like that. I'm
Mm,
very built a serious infrastructure of data, of like the whole pipeline of capturing data, validating it,
mm,
verifying it. But we just invented the whole thing, and I didn't study that in
yeah,
school. No, with that, I just figured out
yeah.
myself. Thinking. Oh,
But
you
on the
run the thing.
aspect of running a business, you actually studied business.
No, by the time I went to business school, I had run businesses already. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
even
that's true.
I wasn't even attending class. My class attendance for entrepreneurship that was low. The teacher wanted to kick me out of school. I had other problems. Teaching me doesn't understand anything about business. He's a teacher. I've been running business. Like, what are you telling me, right? So no, school doesn't mean you'll be good at business.
Yeah,
If you're applying it in real life, then it makes sense. But you guys can tell me anyone with a business degree who doesn't have a job it didn't have anything in school, didn't learn anything in school. If you did business, you're supposed to be making money after
you're
school.
supposed to be making money. Yeah.
What are you learning how to make money? So how are you jobless if you did business? So it means you did. And I know you didn't learn anything because the teachers are teachers. How can a teacher teach you about business? They're a
About
teacher.
business.
Yes, no, it
That
doesn't make any sense.
that means in actual reality, that course, what they call it, biz admin. I think it should be
Yeah,
Disadmin,
scrapped. It should be
disadmin.
scrapped. Should be scrapped out from
Scraps
degree and maybe just left
yeah,
only at master's level. Like
at
makes more
master's
sense.
exactly.
There.
level.
Yes, 100%.
Makes
What you're
more
saying is
sense
what?
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
100% true.
Okay. Okay. So to end this conversation because we are running out of time soon.
1 minute. This is too short, man. This is too short.
So which okay, which you still have to prepare for something, Joseph.
Yeah, I will do it in 50 minutes. It's fine. I'll survive. I have
Okay.
everything to survive.
Mhm.
You not be like me that took me 3 days to make sure I prepared my pitch
Yeah, yeah.
properly.
I spent all of last night preparing, and I have like one section left, and I need to. Someone is doing it, and I audit and then add it onto the thing. So I'll
Oh,
be fine.
okay. All
Yeah.
right. So we can do extra 30 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I don't think this is a bad advice. I think this is coming from a place of pride because the person has not seen the possibility. So Uchenna is saying that the bad advice he got was that he should go and learn how to be a mechanic, like mechanic work, like to. I don't think this is a bad advice in my opinion.
Mr. Uchenna,
That's not bad advice.
I am kneeling down on your behalf. Better go and learn. Hunger will catch you. Go and learn it.
Yeah.
Go and learn that mechanical. Better you
Yeah.
sacrifice 1 or 2 years now. And after that, you set yourself up. Go and learn it
Yeah.
too.
I
And
think.
if Yeah.
I think it's tricky, right? I can't say go and do it or don't do it. I don't know because it's tricky. Like mechanic for what, and is there a market for it? Are you going to get customers? Is it difficult to get customers in your area? Like because the thing is, customers like trust. Are they going to trust you with their vehicle or whatever it is you're fixing? Are you a mechanic for like houses? Is there a market for that kind of like you have to consider a lot of things. So I think you have to go online, check online, talk to people, have the correct information before you make the move. If you've already passed, you never did it and you did something else, great. But you don't really know if it's bad advice or good advice. And if you're already a mechanic, checking your market, there may be like here's the thing with mechanics. If mechanics always told customers the truth
Yes.
and always delivered on time, they'll be the
Fine.
richest people on earth.
Of
Like
course. And tell
these are
us.
of business. You have to have integrity and you have to over deliver. Principles of business has nothing to do with you being a mechanic. Mechanics always lie, right? They tell you,
Yeah.
oh, it's not a big problem. I'll just fix it. And then you come, oh, no, I found this other problem, and it's going to cost you like 10x. Like, okay, fix my, I don't know, oil change or whatever it is. And then you come, oh, I haven't done it. I had this, I had an emergency, so it's gonna take 2 more weeks. If you guys were like serious and laser focused and always did your thing, you can price too much because all other mechanics are lazy and they lie a lot. So if you're like
Yeah.
solid, you can price 2 times, 3 times what other mechanics are pricing. And people will come because they know if I give you a car, I know for a fact
True.
on Monday you do that. That's all you need to
Yeah.
do.
Yes, so it's that advice is relative. Is how you want to perform to the advice. Yeah. Um, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I think Choli Kai. I'm trying to know her name. She said, quitting my job before marriage because my husband was not comfortable with her having the job. So
What
she
kind of
said
job? Yeah.
she said I'm an esthetician, a makeup artist, and a hairstylist. I was working under someone when I was preparing for my wedding. When I was preparing for my wedding, sorry, and my husband advised me to quit my job because it's going to disturb him. Trust me, up till now, I haven't gotten another job, and I have resolved, like, she's trying to actually start a business, but because she quit her job because her husband said, "Oh, it's going to stop me," she quit her job. That's actually very terrible advice. Very terrible advice. And I, I, I think one of the things women need to understand is before you go into a marriage, please have your own money. Like, there's no two ways about this thing. Just have your own money. Don't depend on anybody. Yes, he might be loving you, he likes you, he's giving you money. Have your own money. Long and short of the conversation, you can't say because your husband, if anybody that tells you to leave your source of income, the person hates you, in my opinion. I don't want to start, I don't start talking about, the person hates you. The person does not want you to have money. The person wants you to be subservient to them and always be at their feet saying, "Please give me money." Or the person wants to be able to control you or monitor you. Like, that's my own opinion. Please, you need to find a job. You need to actively find a job, or you need to start your own business because what you have is a handwork. You can make hair. You're a makeup artist, you're an esthetician. That means you can do skincare stuff. So you can even start content with that. Yeah, that's my own
Yeah,
observation.
I agree with that. I think people have to go in, they have to treat it like a business decision.
Yeah,
So, Mr. Husband, you're telling me I should quit my job. Okay, I'm currently making X amount with this job. As you're proposing I quit my job, what path are you proposing?
true.
Well, be a stay-at-home mom. I need a guaranteed source of income. I'll give you money. No, that's not good enough. What if you don't? What if you decide not to? Well, okay. Then what are you proposing? Well, I'm proposing if you want me to quit my job, I'm proposing I can start my own business. Now, business, I can't quit my job and with the promise that you'll give me money to start my business. No, no, no. I need to start my own business before I quit my job on the other side. So I'm just doing a transition, not quit, no
Yeah.
income, and then hoping it doesn't. No, 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 no. I need to set up, help me set up my own business. I set up my own business, then I can transition from my job to my own business. If that's what's
Yeah.
comfortable with. Not like people have their own reasons or whatever. Like, you don't want me to sell at Walmart? Okay, so help me set up my own shop, right? Help me set up an online shop. Help me, like, you don't want me to work at this boutique? Well, help me get me things wherever, and I can start making clothes for other people. And I need to wait until I have at least a first customer before I
Yeah.
do the transition, because I need some sort of guaranteed income, and it can't come, on qualitative decisions, like, oh,
Yes.
you know how husbands do it, like, oh, give you money, and then like, oh, and then every
Mm.
day every month you have to keep begging. I need automatic. I did my job, I get paid. Job, I get paid. So no, this thing of I'll give you money doesn't work. So that's, I think it's just a discussion. No, don't
Yes,
take
the
it too.
discussion.
You just take it normally. Why are you uncomfortable with me doing the job, and what are you proposing? I need, these are my needs. I need a guaranteed income source, not from a qualitative source, just from a serious source, like structure. If I do my job, I need an income.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I feel for her.
Ebenezer is saying, okay. Ebenezer is saying, I spent 4 years for undergraduate degree as a student on scholarship. Within that period, my accommodation was being catered for. Um, so I never really bothered about it. I did not even think about the future, how I was going to live, where I was going to be sleeping after I leave the university, and the days of scholarship are over. I did not plan saving for any accommodation, life after school. I spent what I had on me in school. The little I had in my yellow save account, I squandered it. Prior to my national service, life dawned on me. I had to rent a place to stay to do my service. The places I saw were expensive and I had no money. um I sought for help from various individuals and people so I could get a place to lay my head. That was when it dawned on me. I could have actually saved a lot for the future. I think from the scholarship. So I think this person, nobody gave you this bad advice. Like you just lived the bad
Yeah,
advice.
it is effective. Yeah.
Yes, you lived the bad advice, and the ripple effect is there now because you didn't keep money aside from your scholarship money, or you didn't try to make money in school, knowing fully well that you were on a scholarship, and maybe your parents don't really have the means to actually take care of you after school. And well,
That
yeah,
is doing well right now is going through all of that, and succeeded, and that should be a lesson for students. University is incubation for life. You should think about it like incubation. Finish university, you're done. Like all the guardrails, all this social net, like security nets that you have, gone. So instead of being at university, partying and living the life and trying to be famous on
mm,
campus and so on, you should focus all your energy in university. Like, how do I set up at least a 2 year runway, 3 year runway after university? Which means I need to find a job in year one. I need to find internships. I need to find apprenticeships. I need to find part time jobs. I need to secure something in year one. Hopefully that thing evolves into a full-time job, or I actually secure a full-time job along the way. Multiple part-times, multiple internships, like just secure everything in year one. Or I need to start a business in year one. This is year one. For me, when I went to college, I started my business 11 days after landing on campus. 11 days. Business was up and running. Because I wasn't there to play, right? So you don't, like, yeah, like you will, and people say, oh, the college days, you'll miss the college days if you didn't party, get drunk, and then I'm like, I mean, you'll miss the college days when you're homeless and you're struggling in the streets.
Yeah, that's true.
Which one would you rather, right? No, 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 please, guys. If you're in college, take it as a grace period before life hits you like, oh, bah, like with a brick, So, take that time to prepare. That's
yeah,
Ebenezer's
I agree. I
advice
agree.
there.
Yeah, I agree because so the thing is, I wish I had this knowledge before I joined university. And I think it was later on that I now started thinking, okay, I know I've not always been the business person. There was a time that I told my mom that I wanted to start selling hair in school. And I was dashing my friends the hair because I knew that I will dash people that thing. So I started putting myself into like clubs, associations, because I realized that if you can't do business, there are other things you can do. You can try to make connections. So that connections that you try to make, it can help you later on in life. And you will learn how to like have a community, organize events, organize all of this, and you'll be able to talk to people, which is why it was easy for me to actually do that pitch, because like after some time I knew that I could learn, then actually talk to people later on, you understand. So it's not every time business, like Joseph was actually saying. You can actually join communities, learn things. You can even learn things from people that are doing business later on that you can use in life, even though you will not be the one selling or trying to push the business, but you've learned something, you've learned a skill, which is very important for me to learn in school. Very important for you to learn that skill in school, not when you're out of school.
Out
Very
of control.
important. Alex, you want to say something?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay. So this person says, what's this person's name? It says, Chris, my friend advised me to buy a second-hand used car with all my savings. After buying the car, I he ended up visiting the mechanic workshop every time. I couldn't meet my other needs anymore. At the end, I parked the car for a long time before selling it. The advice from that friend really messed me up.
You guys, you have Alex.
So why do
Alex,
you teach your friend to go and buy a car? Are you right? Take one. No,
No,
that is very, very whack advice. I think,
yeah,
first of all, what's his name again?
that's
Chris.
Chris.
Chris. First of all, you made a mistake. Are you trying? You trying to live the life? Like maybe he's this kind of people that would say, "Oh, I got my first car at the age of 18." Ew,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Next 2 minutes after buying that car, it doesn't really make sense again because it's already an expense. Do you have money to fund the life? Do you want to go and buy a car and every day you are buying just 2 liters of fuel just to drive it around?
Whoa.
Doesn't make sense. Instead, be jumping your boss. Please, if that car is still available, go and sell it.
Yeah.
If you
He
still
said
have
he
the
has
car,
sold. It says he has sold it.
So, so it's
please,
fine.
in your life,
People,
never
yeah,
buy a car provided you have the money to maintain
To
it.
take care of it.
A car can
Yeah.
either be a liability or an asset.
yeah, yeah.
If you don't have money, it's a liability. If
Yes,
you have money,
yes, yes.
it's an
If you
asset.
have money, it's an asset.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Agree.
please don't make that mistake. Like, no matter what, instead, go and buy a bike. School time, be going to work or be going to anywhere. Not, you get a
Yeah.
car.
So,
Be like this, I don't
yeah,
have a car. Who buy car for me?
yeah.
But my big mama here has the one. Yeah,
Go away, Alex. Go away. I
I
cannot. I'm not carrying you. I'm not carrying you on Thursday again. I'm not carrying you on Thursday. I'm not carrying you on Thursday again.
so please, do not get a car when you know you can't afford it. It's better for you to take your normal ride, use your normal ride hailing apps till you have enough
Yeah.
money. So, nah, I feel bad for you, but sorry. I don't know. I'm
Sorry,
not
it's
those
a
kind of people that
lesson.
I'm not those kind of people that have dreamt and like, oh, I want to have my first car by 20. Yeah, I'm not ready for that shit.
Mm, mm-mm. You have
Anytime
to take your time.
it
yeah.
comes, yeah, but not now, now. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. You'll be fine.
All right. So member from Ghana says a friend of mine tells me to sell my land and go to Libya, which I did. When I got to Libya, I did not achieve anything from there, and I came back to Ghana empty-handed.
Why
You could have
go
just
to
come to Nigeria. You will make something.
why they go to Libya? Oh my
Yeah. Oh,
My God.
unless the friend's mindset was because I hear people travel, go to Europe from Libya, those kind of
Yes,
unless
God. Okay.
but even though it doesn't make sense, like they work
it's
two
not worth
days.
the
No,
stress.
it's not what it is, not what it is, not what it is. At all,
And
it's not what
guys, like, I want to tell people going into countries illegally is actually very difficult than you think. Like it's very difficult to achieve, and it's not a good. It's a bad angle to enter a country because you will stay in that illegal state for a very long time.
long time.
It's complicated and difficult to get to a legal status, and it costs more money and time. And for all that period that you're in an illegal status, you're not actually accessing the systems, like especially the financial systems, like investing in stocks and so on, that that country provides. So you're actually not enjoying the beauty and the whole point of being in that country if that country
True.
is rich or. And
Very true.
most countries have a good facade of success, but they're not successful. Like people go to Europe, but it's not as good as it seems. Like the best, I tell people, the best way is go to another country through school. That's the easiest and most straightforward way, and then through programs
Yeah,
like
normal or normal distance.
like that, exactly, or through work or business and such. You need you need to you need to plan. Like it's not something you
Need
can
to
just wake up
plan,
and
yeah.
plan. You need
Yeah.
to have
Very true.
plan. You need to do your research, guys. There's Google. Everyone has a smartphone. Please, Google can speak English, Pidgin, any language you speak. Spend hours, days, weeks on Google figuring out why are you picking this country? How easy is it to immigrate to? Da 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 da. How can you set up? If you sell your land, what are the downside? Should you sell your land? Is there another way? And all that, analysis, guys, analysis.
And there is Ella. Please, please let's not
Ah,
forget Ella. There's Ella too.
Hey,
yeah.
Yes.
sell your land.
Okay.
If you want anybody want to sell, come and sell it to me, please. Sell it to me.
I know that is very.
All right. So Emmanuel says this one is very funny. I was told that a man has to be bold in order to approach a woman and express interest in her. So I resorted to drinking alcohol in order to be bold to talk to the woman, to talk to any lady of interest. It really messed me up. Sometimes I can't even remember things I said or done the previous day. This is
Spoke
this
out of
is
highness.
tough. This this is tough.
A lot to like younger people, right? Younger people are social media, da da da. So like real life
Yeah.
interactions and real life interactions are hard for many. Alex, what's your thought? I know you're a player out there in the streets.
I'm not in the street, oh, I'm on my own. But but I would suggest, like, no matter what, like, don't drink. First of all, don't even do alcohols. Like, if you want to drink alcohol, a
Know
bottle is
your
okay.
limits.
Like,
Know
know
your
your limit. Like,
limits.
don't drink and say no, it doesn't make sense. And okay, I'm not in the game, but if you're afraid or you have some little self-confidence on approaching a lady, if you look at her and both of you edge and just smile and move on. Don't worry. Smile.
Alex.
It's okay.
Game.
Don't
Game.
approach. Oh. Don't look at. Just smile
Alex.
and move on with your life. If you see her the next day, smile again. The third time
Yeah.
is a charm. You will comment and tell us, "Oh yeah, it worked, nigga."
That's real, man. That's real. That's real. That's real. That's real.
Again,
But
why
please,
are you single? Why are you
Things. How
single?
me,
no,
one
like
thing.
game and being single is two different things. Single is being in a permanent official relationship. Who said if you have a kid, you have to be in a permanent, official relationship? And on Alex's thing, right? How do you make your subconscious mind like generate more confidence, right? Like take showers, right? Wear clean clothes, iron your clothes, wear nice things. Nice meaning is clean, smells good. So smell
Mm,
good, make yourself together, improve yourself. So make sure you have good knowledge, you have good skills, you work, you do your job, you're respected in your job. That's all. Like these things, like confidence doesn't come from like nowhere, right? If if you're a mechanic, let's go back to that mechanic guy. Mechanic,
Yeah.
your daily orders are just piling up. You're busy, you're cooking. I'm telling you. And you put out your overall, take a shower, put down your nice white, whatever, iron shirt, loafers, whatever, and you go out. You will be working with confidence because you have orders out there lined up. You're delivering, customers are happy. You're confident. Like confidence is a natural thing. There are things you do. You clean your bed, your house is in order, Like if your life is in order, you'll just be confident. It's just going to come.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
inability. Like it's just good. So that's all you need to do. You know?
I
And then
agree.
you do what.
I agree. Okay, so we talked about a guy that was trying to approach a girl, but this is a girl now talking about her own side of relationship things. So my friend advised me to leave my boyfriend. The reason was that he is too perfect for me and he has no money. I listened to him. I listened and left him. But guess what? They are married with a child.
Of
Funny.
course, of course, of course. What did you think was going to happen? Oh my god.
Anyway, anyway, complete this statement.
Complete the statement.
GOAT.
How?
What?
Of course, that's what happened. Or can you read the story again?
Oh
Read the case.
God.
So a friend of mine, yeah, I have to tell you this person's name. My name is Esther. So a friend of mine advised me to leave my boyfriend. Her reason was that he's too perfect for me and he has no money. I listened and left him, but guess what? They are married with a child. Funny, right? But this wasn't funny as at when it happened because my heart was ripped out of my body.
Like you
Now,
could have
Esther,
just known the guy was so funny enough. She even told you he is.
too perfect. No, but Esther. I am not a woman, right? So maybe I'm not qualified, but this is my advice for women, right? As someone who's on the other side, never, ever, ever, ever talk
Ever,
about
ever
your talk about the dynamics of
relationship.
you and your partner to your girlfriends. Never do that. Never. I know that's like the foundation of how women interact, but never do it. Like
Never, ever.
99%, I know maybe I'm exaggerating, but 99% of problems happen because women go talk to their other women, their friends, their girlfriend, and then come and now create that disaster because the bystanders wanted to see chaos on this side.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
those girlfriends can be single girlfriends and you're in a relationship and they're not, or they're in a relationship and they're struggling and you're not struggling, so they want you to struggle as well, and so on. Guys have something similar, not as much. Like guys want to take your woman, right? Most of the time, even your best friends want to take your woman.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't do that, but the good thing about guys, we don't get it. We don't talk about our relationships that much. We talk about other things, business, soccer, whatever.
Yes.
We don't get into like intimate sexual details with our friends. But for women, they do that a lot, and you're exposing yourself, and someone's going to come in and attack and take your guy like 2 minutes. Go on, man. That was bad. That was a rough.
That was
That's a rough.
brutal.
Painful.
That's brutal.
Jeez.
Oh, Jesus
Ah,
Christ. The
Cold.
other thing. If the guy is too perfect for you and he doesn't have money, that should never be a
A
disqualifying criteria.
disqualification.
no, Joseph, in this our time and age, most ladies are actually looking for security. So, like, if you don't have money, like, understand. So, I think that was the reason.
But here's the thing. If you don't have money, why can't you work with your guy and figure out business to like
How to make money.
the money?
Not that they want you to. They want the
Yeah.
1%. Just like they want people like
They,
you, the 1%.
they can't take they can't take the 1%. People like us are controlling. We're the ones who will be telling you to quit your job, right? So you don't want the 1%. You need to stick to your lane. Here's the thing. You have a guy and the guy doesn't have a job. How did your friend who took that guy from you, how did she marry him and get a kid and whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's not like not having a job, not having a shit together. It's just a state. It's a temporary state in life. You know? If
Yeah.
you're both in your if you're both in your 20s or finished college or whatever, of course the guy is going to be broke, right? Or something like that. But
Mm,
if you like I mean oh, that was bad advice. That
Too
was
bad.
bad
that was
advice. Biggest
terrible.
backstab.
I feel for her.
That was
Ah,
terrible.
I feel for her, man. That was rough.
I feel
Okay,
for her.
so let's end it
Do
with
one
this one.
one last
Yes,
one.
one
Yeah.
more, yeah. As Samoa says, a friend advised me to smuggle some old machine parts from my company. And during the process, we were caught, and that cost me my job. Why are you playing with your source of livelihood, young man? Why?
That was bad
I
advice. That was bad. People do that, yeah, Alex.
Why will you make such a stupid mistake? Like, that's your source of livelihood for heaven's sake.
Livelihood and like people do like how pharmacists can steal like medicine from the hospital and create their own pharmacy on the
Yeah.
side and things like
Yeah.
that's a bad business move. You're messing up with your actual source. Like you'd never touch your source. And you know why would you cheat around and da 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 hide like that stuff is you're going to be like living in the shadows and hiding and doing all that stuff for the rest of your life. It's not like a good or even a good start, right? What you want is look, you need to start a mechanic shop or whatever. How much capital is needed? As a matter of fact, you'd find that if you had raised initial funds from your friends at the office, maybe you'd have gotten something. And maybe those friends at the office have cars, they become your customers. Or, I don't know, like whatever the scenario is. And even if that's not the case, and there are other ways to get somewhere without having to like steal or do those things. So unfortunately, that was bad advice. That was bad advice.
Yeah,
But
that
anyway,
was
that's
really bad advice. That was really bad advice. All right. Thank you so much, guys. It was fun. This was really, really
awesome.
fun. And Joseph, you nearly missed this.
I nearly that's why I don't like missing this. They're so exciting and nice. I love these sessions,
Yes.
man.
So I think in the comment section, I think we want people to actually give us the good advice that they listened to that helped their lives, because let's not focus on the negatives. Let's hear what people actually told you that helped your life. And yeah, we'll bring up the conversation. We can read some of the comments later on in the next, but it will not be the next topic, but we can just go back and breeze in and breeze out. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, guys. This was
Thank
You're
really,
you.
really
welcome.
fun.
See you next one.
Yes.